Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tyron Ash of Tyron Ash Real Estate, and I'm really excited to be standing here with my brother, Reese Ashraf, but that's not why I'm excited. The reason is he's about to give us a tour of what is an absolutely staggering listing. So before we get into the property, today we're in an area called Hadley Wood. So it's on the M25 borders of North London, very close to kind of Hertfordshire, Potters Bar. But if you don't know Hadley Wood, it is home of high-profile sports personalities, celebrities, you name it, this area's got them living here. So Reese, talk me through what looks like some house stood behind us.
We are stood at this stunning 5-bedroom detached property. It's standing at almost 5,000 square feet, and all of the bedrooms come equipped with en-suites, and the master bedroom is rather impressive as well. Not to mention, the property has been developed and furnished to an immaculate standard throughout, and it's just so impressive.
Amazing. Well, look, before we even get into that, which we're going to take you through in a minute, let's just take our attention to what we're dealing with outside here. So you've got double electric gates, so an in and out driveway. There's off-road parking, I could probably say for about 10
cars,
12, 13 vehicles maybe. I mean, and the road itself, because it's not a through road to anywhere, you just don't get any traffic here. It's so secluded, so quiet. You couldn't ask for any more considering you're literally in North London.
Yeah, perfect.
So we're gonna see you in this unbelievable entrance hall.
Now coming into the property, it's a rather impressive entrance here. Now the standout feature for me has got to be this impressive staircase, Ty.
To be honest, it is arguably one of the best entrance halls I have seen, and I'm going up to values of 8 million, 10 million, 12 million pound properties. And the reason being is, first of all, they've created this unbelievable vault, which is now occupying what can only be described as maybe a 10-foot chandelier. And on top of that, it's complemented absolutely beautifully by this bespoke mahogany staircase. This is actually made from reclaimed wood from an old cathedral in old West End London. So you can imagine that the thought and the detail that's gone into this is just absolutely phenomenal.
Complemented with the glass banister, it keeps that modern open feel to it as well. You've got the huge windows overhead attracting tons of natural light, and it's got the floating effect of the staircase is so impressive.
Yeah, I think it's actually classed as like a floating staircase, isn't it? So absolutely breathtaking when you walk in. So what we're going to do now is take you through to the formal lounge. Now, this is also very impressive. Right, so welcome to your formal lounge. Now, I think it's fair to say when you walk in here, the first kind of, I guess the impression that I get is that a top interior designer, probably combined with a luxury fashion brand, has come in here and stamped their own mark on it.
Straight away, yeah.
Wouldn't you agree?
Now what really complements the interior design and furniture in here, for me the standout is the detail overhead.
Yeah.
The doors opening out onto the garden, which we'll touch on later, but it's a real entertainer's room here.
Oh, 100%.
You can imagine the summertime with the doors open, barbecue going, seating area outside. I think it's just a perfect entertainer's room.
Oh, absolutely. So I'll just walk you around here. Obviously you've got the double doors that enter the room here, and as you can see, the owners have really kind of glamorized what you can do with this property, so with this room, sorry. So to the right there's a door that leads back through to the kitchen. We're going to take you through to the kitchen in a minute. And what they've done, they've also, you'll probably notice as we go round to the different rooms, there is mood lighting, which you can set different colors for each room, and that is an amazing feature in the property.
And not to mention as well, we've got the Sonos system overhead, in combination with the mood lighting, so everything you see with the speakers and the lights can be controlled by your phone, so it's perfect for when you do want music in this room, perhaps some music in the lounge or something as well, so yeah, it's perfect.
You can change that according to what room, what colour, what vibe you want to set and what mood. So as you can see, formal lounge is absolutely fantastic, and it is really, really big as well. Let's just, take note of that. I mean, we're talking about some very, very large sofas, a two-seater on the end. There's a huge coffee table in the middle, and you've still got masses of room to spare here. So it's an amazing, entertaining room.
Big feature gas fireplace as well. It really sets off the
well,
room.
It frames it, doesn't it? It frames it. So what we're gonna do, guys, is we are going to see you in the kitchen.
Now here I am in the kitchen, and what strikes you most is the length of it. It's got to be around 20-25 feet. And now looking along this worktop here, we've got lots and lots of cupboard storage space. To my right, we've got a very useful wine cooler. As well as that, we do have top of the range integrated appliances. What's going to be very useful is this double width double oven and space for your double fridge freezer as well. Coming on, we've got the 5-ring Neff hob. And then it just kind of leads you to the breakfast area. Yeah, I think the layout of this place is just phenomenal. So what you've got is, as Reese mentioned, is a phenomenal length just in the actual space alone. And they've created so much cupboard space. I've never seen this much cupboard space. They can't be all full.
It's ridiculous that you've got so much. Now, you've got front to back windows, so you're getting so much natural light come through, and then that brings you into kind of this L-shaped room where you've got a huge breakfast area, so,
Little breakfast day, have the TV on there.
Family getting ready in the morning, that sort of stuff. And then I'm just gonna take you into what is the formal dining area. Now, what they've done is they've separated the areas here by actually elevating this slightly. So there's a step up, and then they've got the separate wooden flooring here. But before I get onto the dining area, take a look at this.
Oh, the feature wall's so
It's phenomenal, isn't it?
it?
So, I mean, you don't see this very often, but there's a skylight running along the side, and you can just see the texture. Now, that texture is where the light is hitting the ridges, and it's creating this 3D effect on the feature wall for the dining room. Now, that you don't see every day.
It's a very hotel feel feature wall to it.
It is.
Like you've just come into the top of the range hotel. It looks very impressive.
Absolutely top drawer. I mean, this huge dining area, you could entertain 15 people, 8, whatever, 10, and also it gives you a nice look if you just kind of pan round. You're almost elevated to the rest of the kitchen. You can see when it's
very impressive feel to it up here. Feels like you're above it all. And then, as we mentioned in the last formal lounge, you've got the link room there. Yeah, that's the door that goes through, and then we've got the double doors again, which lead you out onto the rear garden. But before we get onto the rear garden, we're going to take you into another feature room of the house, and one of our favourites is the master bedroom. It's absolutely phenomenal. Now, we stood in the master suite here, and it's absolutely massive in size. I think that's what strikes you most when you're inside the room. And what I really like is the symmetrical his and hers dressing room, which really split the room off really nicely. And they've actually got these sun pipes overhead, which attract natural light, and it's extremely useful in the one that doesn't actually have any windows as well. Now, I absolutely love them. I think, there's a lot of design features and quality that actually have gone into the finishing touches. And what you'll notice as you go around the property, because when something's been done up to a really, really nice standard, usually it's maybe because the developer's done it to sell on or something like that. Or it lacks functionality. Yeah. Whereas with these have all been done exactly what you say, in a functional way to make their lives better. And that really, really comes through in the detail in the property. So what we will take your attention to now is an unbelievable ensuite. So the ensuite itself is a 4-piece ensuite. So all the tiles you'll see in all the bathrooms are porcelanosa tiling. The bath itself is a stone bath. Now, it's actually so heavy, it actually took a crane to lower it into the bathroom, into the ensuite. 4 people involved, I think. So it's a serious job. And then they've got a unique graph feature tap, which I've never seen a tap like this, which is attached to the wall. And then there is also an integrated television, which you can watch while you're in the bath. So, what more can you ask for in your ensuite? But there's also masses of floor space left. Usually on a 4-piece ensuite, they've crammed it all in, but it's a big room. And on top of that, if that wasn't enough, you've also got double doors opening into what is like an astroturf surface. Terrace, created a terrace with a double seating area, so you can literally sip your cappuccino in the morning,
looking over your beautiful mature trees in your rear garden. Right, so we are out in the rear garden. Well, if you didn't think this house had it all, now you will. So talk us through this area first, Reece.
See, it's absolutely massive patio area. You've got, well, 4 lots of 4 double doors open out onto the garden space to each reception area here. It's just got a real entertainer's feel to it out here.
I remember we sort of said in the other parts of the house that you could really entertain here. Well, when it's sunny, as you can see, we've had a bit of rainfall today.
No, didn't we?
Yeah, I think the heavens opened earlier. But one thing that you can really see is they've got the open, like coal barbecue area.
Mediterranean feel coal barbecue
area. Yeah, like
area,
the Turkish, Greek style kind of barbecue or Cypriot or whatever. And then you've got the integrated kind of storage and fridge units. You've got behind the panel there is the electricity that's been run where your television's been connected. Just on here you can see there's the Sonos system which has been brought into these outdoor all-weather speakers.
Yep.
And then
lots of seating area.
How many people do you think you could entertain on here?
20, 30 people here, I reckon.
Awesome. Yeah, so one thing I really like though is the rear garden is framed. So there's a bit of work going on there. It's framed by the mature trees. So you've got weeping willows in the background. You've got like really tall mature trees.
I love these palm trees that frame frame the steps out onto the well-maintained lawn. It's just fantastic.
So we're going to take a walk down to the bottom of the garden. What would you say the length of this garden is?
Probably about 100 feet long.
No, I think it's a bit longer actually.
120 feet long, probably.
Yeah, it's about 120.
120
from the doors, and
not overlooked by anything.
It's so private, like so private.
So,
one thing that is very, very common with these kind of high-end estates in kind of different parts of prime and super prime London is that the gardens often are quite overlooked because the plots aren't very big. Well, as you can see, take a look at this. So it gives you a lovely aspect of the rear of the house, and then we're going to just take you around here. You've got a shed at the bottom of the garden.
This weeping willow tree is impressive, isn't it?
You've got this beautiful, beautiful weeping willow tree. Now that is phenomenal, and that's what you actually see from the little terrace area from your master bedroom. And you know, it's, as far as rear gardens go, it's absolutely beautiful. So Reece, this is obviously a property you're launching.
As I said at the start of the video, it's exclusively listed with us, and you know, I think we've got the video tour coming out obviously soon after this, and we've got the open house soon to follow. Now this is invitation only, and if you are interested in what this property's got to offer, get in contact with myself straight away and I can book you in.
Awesome. So as you can see, as Reece kind of put it, the property's coming to market with Tyron Real Estate. We're just about to launch this. So he's got an open house coming up. Just a reminder, 5,000 square foot nearly. You've got en-suites with every bedroom. You've got a 120 foot plus garden, double private gates, parking for 10, maybe 15
immaculately
cars.
inside.
Boutique hotel feel, 10-foot chandelier overlooking
and the best
hallway.
Staircase that I've probably seen.
Floating
as well.
staircase, it's like, wow.
I think one had boxes to tick.
So, look, this is the calibre of property that we sell at Tyron Real Estate across prime and super prime areas in the UK. If you have a luxury property that you need selling, we don't just sell these properties, we sell them for the best possible price. So drop us a message if you want to hear how you can sell your luxury property for maximum market value. Have a good day.